How difficult or easy is it for a landlord to convert or get approved to provide Section 8 housing?
It is not as hard as you think. If you can pass an FHA inspection, you can pass a Section 8 inspection. It is pretty much streamlined. If you follow the FHA guidelines on smoke detectors and carbon monoxide, self-closing doors from the garage to the living room. If you have a garage door opener on the unit, it has to have a system reverse. If it hits a little bit of resistance, simple things, GFIs in the bathroom and in the kitchens, just standard code stuff.
Standard.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing. Yeah, that's one of the stereotypes you get. Oh, the city wants me to do so much different. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's like keeping your place safe.
It's safe, affordable, clean.
Yeah. I mean,
You know, they don't want mold. They don't want leaks. They don't want electrical wires. They don't want, exposed wiring. They don't want trip hazards. They want the carpet tight. It's simple things.
So the city, or so they get these vouchers.
Yeah.
Now, what's the landscape in Phoenix look like for the voucher? Is there
There's a huge waiting list in Phoenix. There's about a 40,000 person waiting list in Phoenix, and most people in Phoenix are on a waiting list for about 2 to 5 years.
So
There's a huge demand.
do you think people are nervous to lose their voucher?
Absolutely. People are very, very nervous to lose their vouchers.
So do you think they're going to be bad tenants?
I do believe that there are some bad tenants,
Yes.
but most tenants are pretty good. It also comes down to the landlord or the property manager. It's all about your system. If your systems are, you can control that variable.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, as a landlord, it's always your tenant is your client, right?
Yep.
So it's customer service.
It is. It is.
Normally the way you treat your tenant is the mutual respect that tenant will give back to you.
Yep.
It's not always the case, but if you're going in with, a bad perception, then that's sometimes what you get in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little golden nugget of what I do, because people ask me all the time, like, oh my God, how do you manage 25 doors? I actually put it on my Google Calendar when I'm going into certain units, and I let the tenants know ahead of time, and I literally change the air filters for them. So that's one way that me or my team can get eyes on the property. So they know that we're coming in and we're just doing that general maintenance. And then we're asking, hey, how's everybody? What's going on? And again, you be that customer service advocate, and you just ask, like, hey, how's everything going? How are they doing in school? Fist pump to the kids, blah, 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 and then everything gets lighter. In the beginning, when you first put a new tenant in, they're a little bit hesitant, like, hey, why is this guy all up in my face?
Yeah.
But then over time, you get to look at your property. You get to see what the condition is. So that would be one of my strategies that I teach. And I would tell people to do, if you're going to do this on a scale that I do, is to set that system up.
And another thing, to go back one step, though, it's like, you're qualifying these people just like any other tenant.
Yes,
it's ultimately your responsibility if they're a fit for you or not from the beginning.
Yep.
Is there a difference?
No, there's no true. It is true. You're allowed to screen the tenant through any avenue that you want. I mean, I know AZREIA here uses Rent Perfect. I use Rent Perfect. It's great, as long as you're okay with a lower credit score, because you're not going to see that 600 credit score.
Yeah.
So if you're okay with that, and you can divulge through that credit report a little bit, there's a reason they're on Section 8, and it's really, it may be some of their fault, but it's also, there's really no fault of their own. So I don't pass judgment. I'm just looking at